We have launched our nuclear missile.
Shane you are, and in this quick tutorial, let's take a shallow dive into the Nuke launcher. I'm going to use the boss general in my example, but you use which general you wish that is Chinese in origin, because they all use exactly the same. So step one, we are going to open up our China general, and then we are going to Control F and look for Object Nuclear Missile. When we do that, it's going to take us down to our nuclear missile building, which we all know is the silo. Then we're going to go and scroll down until we find the object creation list, because this is going to give us the object that actually shoots out of the actual silo. So we're going to go and open up our object creation list.ini and look for the super weapon neutron missile. And as you can see, this gives us the weapon to fire weapon code, which in this case we are looking at the neutron missile for the super weapon general, but we're not looking for that one. We are just looking for the regular super one. As you can see down here, I have an additional one which shoots 3 missiles, so you actually can get 3 missiles to shoot out of the silo at once. And I also have, this is my XXX version. This is actually a copy from a mod. I forget which mod it is, but it is basically that super nuke that you saw that takes out everything in the map. But we're going to go and look for our weapon.ini. But first we're going to go and look for our weapon.ini input, which remember is just the neutron missile weapon. And now that we're in the weapon.ini and we found our neutron missile weapon, we are going to come down. So we're going to look for the projectile object, which is the neutron missile, and then we are going to take this neutron missile and go to our weapons objects and look for our neutron missile there. And as you can see, this is the actual object that fires. This is the object that's in the air. This is the one that actually explodes. So this is what actually causes the nuclear explosion that you actually see, both in the sense of the effects that you see, which in right here is a fx list.ini input, but also the blast code is right here. That is under neutron missiles slow death behavior module tag. Right here, blast 1 all the way until 9 is where you can modify the strength and radius of the nuclear explosion. So in this case, I'm not sure if I actually modified this or not, but the inner radius and the outer radius is 60 for the initial blast. Then it goes to 90 for the second, then 120, 150, 180, and then eventually it goes to 210, and then that's when it reaches its max peak. And obviously right down here is the object creation list midpoint explosion, which is the nuclear fallout field that appears after the missile blows up. So after the explosion, that is what that nuclear fallout field is. And so as you see right here, our next step is to look for our input on the fx list.ini. So for the nuclear missile, we are going to look for the fx nuke, which is going to take us to, again, the fx list.ini, and then we are going to find our input, and then this is the effects that it has. So as we see right here, the screen shakes really bad, and then we have the sound explosion, and then right here is where the particle system starts, where this is all of the effects that happen of the ring explosions and all of the shock waves, and including the clouds that you saw in the middle that goes up. Future Yanish, show them the picture while I'm describing this. That is what you can also edit in the particle system. I did it! Look at that beauty. Look at her go. That is... Oh, that is delicious. Oh my god, look at
Our
that.
nuclear missile is ready, General.
Alright, so after you find your FX Nuke 1, we will see that we have our particle system inputs down right here. And then it will essentially clone this, and in this case, how I just put a 1 there, we will just clone all the particle systems. And then when we change them, the only things we would probably edit is lifetime, maybe system lifetime, I'm not exactly sure what the difference is, the size rate, and then we will come down here, we will see that there's a vol cylinder radius and a vol cylinder length. If there is an input here, you should also edit that input. So in this case, what I did is I tripled everything, and that is what we just saw, is everything was tripled. Alright, that's the end of this tutorial. Hopefully I'll see you next time. If you have any questions, comments, or tutorial ideas, comment them below. Don't forget to check out the description, and maybe I'll see you in the Discord. You can find the Discord link also in the description. See you around.